I gotta make a change. I gotta make a change. I gotta make a change. I've gotta be better. I've gotta be better. You've gotta be better. You've gotta be better. I've gotta be better. I gotta make a change. 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 Be who you are. Be who you are. Much better. What is up, internet world, and welcome back to the channel. Today I bring you the 2023 Cadillac Escalade V. In the 2023 Cadillac Escalade V, foot to the ground, no launch control, can't seem to get it, but let's go. Hold up, Cadillac. Can you hear the shifting? This doesn't look that it can do this. It's like pushing a house down the street that has a ton of power. That's what it is. Oh my God, this is balling. Oh my God. I feel like I have to duck down, someone's taking gunshots. So Cadillac's audience is a mid-40-year-old guy that's well-educated and makes lots of money. Pick two for me, thank you very much. But this thing is $40,000 more than a regular non-V model. So what are you getting for the V? So under the hood of this beast, you have a monstrous V8 6.2 liter that pumps out 682 horsepower and 653 pound-feet of torque. This is more power than the Blackwing because this guy has a larger supercharger. This is a 2.7 liter instead of a 1.7 liter that the CT5V Blackwing has. And this is hand-built by a guy named Latrice Carotas. Thank you, sir, for giving us such a monstrous motor. This thing spins at 13,500 RPM with 10 pounds of boosty. And I wish you could crank that up to 20 pounds of boosty, aftermarket boys. Come take a look at this Easter egg on these 22-inch wheels. They have this V right here. It's so subtle, you'd only notice it when you're reviewing it. And behind that, you've got these 16-inch Brembo brakes that are absolutely massive that stop this 6,400-pound beast. That's the ESV. This thing's 6,270, which is so much weight. And then the color, you ask? Well, check this out. Look at this key. The key color matches the Brembos. And you spend that V money for these exhausts because this exhaust is the same one as the new Z06 that's around the corner. So on the front, it has been revised. Look at this lower grille. It is actually functional, has holes that actually work. That is cool. And then you have this lower valence, super sporty to add this massive front grille on the regular one. And just like the front, this lower bumper has included this valence, but they haven't got rid of the towing capacity because you can tow 7,000 pounds. So when you get the V, you have V mode, a single button you push down in front of the gear shifter, and then you get this. You get choices of steering, suspension, engine, brake feel, and engine sound. But the thing is that you have Tour and Sport as your only options on most of them, except for engine sound, which is cool because you have something called Stealth. You've got Stealth, Tour, and then of course, my favorite, Sport. So one of the main focuses in Cadillac engineers was, are you getting me all in frame here? So Cadillac spent a ton of time on something they call roll control. They've done stuff to the air suspension and the shocks to make this thing not squat when you take off from launch. Oh, the clouds are beautiful. It totally points towards the sky. And then there's all the exterior V badging. So there are 4 features that I love about the Escalade that is not V related. These screens on the back are easy to use. They are touchscreen, and when you watch me on there, make sure you guys subscribe. But they do pair up with these headphones, and they're a nice touch. It's so easy to use. Next up is Super Cruise. This is the latest version, and even though it does change lanes for you, it still needs a little bit of work, but I think it's an awesome thing in the right direction. And the third thing also has the number 3 in it, and that's speakers. This thing has 36 speakers. Yes, there's speakers everywhere, including the dash. It is so loud and clear in here, my head literally explodes. And last but not least is something called augmented reality. That's basically arrows that show up on your screen like it's in a VR game. You put destination in the nav, and voila, it tells you left or right, so you don't actually have to say next right, left here. No, it actually shows you where you have to turn. It is the coolest thing. So not everything's sunny when it comes to the V. Cadillac is smart. They're trying to get as much money as they can from people because this thing will sell like crazy in Dubai. I say that because people in Dubai want the space to drive up and down the sand dunes. In Dubai, they'll actually use this, which is why they're not going to care about fuel. But here we are, because fuel is expensive and this thing is not cheap. This thing sucks so much fuel. Pick 2. And then there's the lack of Vs. They've got this monster V on the side here, but that's it. There's nothing on the front grille, and inside, it's pretty pathetic. It looks exactly the same as a Platinum Escalade, which is why that $40,000 is cut and clear, that you're really mainly getting the engine, which is pretty awesome considering these things are like sold out and they're very, very limited. If you are at any light and there's any car next to you, you are gonna try to race them in this thing. There's just no way you're gonna not race them in this thing. This doesn't look that it's race caliber material because the sides have 22s, not like stealthy 24s. They're just normal looking. Everything on this thing on the side is normal looking. The front's a bit different, the back only the exhaust, but everything about it is not super poppy until you hit the gas. I'm just gonna check if the lights are on there. Oh man. That's what I hate about it. I hate when it does that. And then there's the price. This thing has a starting price of $149,990 Americano. And that's expensive, especially when you consider that the GLS 63 and the Alpina is less money. And some would say better optioned. But I will say that Dubai money doesn't care. They like the fact this is big and bulky and it looks so close to what a Range Rover Draw is, which is this boxy type design, which is why I think this thing will sell out no matter where they price it at and no matter what country they put it in. This thing is gonna sell. I think that this is the most unique one because this is a box. It's a big box and it's not sporty like the BMW or the Benz. They're luxury-ish with some sport. This is 100% luxury. Nobody buys an Escalade and thinks, man, I'm gonna go around the corner fast. Never. But I do have a gripe, or a weird gripe, with this interior. I feel like I'm just not being told loud enough that I've spent the money on a V. I feel like there's only one real piece that tells me I'm in a V, and that's at the bottom of the steering wheel and to the left here that I can't really see because it's being hidden by the steering wheel. Like the V should be nice and plastered in my face. I should have some sort of fun stuff here, like take the Maybach for example. It is obviously a more baller Benz, but there's so much there telling me I'm in a Maybach. But even there's other stuff. Even the CT5 V Blackwing, besides that little thing here, made me feel like I was in something of Blackwing caliber. This thing inside is a Platinum. there's no difference besides the V screen. That's my gripe. So I get that they've put time and effort in the suspension and the exhaust, and it lowers, and the sound and all that fun stuff. But I want more V. I want when I start it to say, V'll come. Give me something, Cadillac. But all in all, enjoy.